Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is Roy back again. So, on the next video, I will hook up all the gadgets to it. And we'll draw out the circuit. And we'll also chart down the initial experiment, what our findings are, and what the goal was. Alrighty. This right here is a bifilar coil. We're using two strands of wires. One's thicker, one's thinner. The thicker one's for the driver coil, and the thinner one's for the trigger coil. I am using 3 alarm batteries, 12-volt batteries, but they're all kind of weak. So then I'm charging this one battery here, and I'm using a Bedini schoolgirl circuit. Look it up online, and it'll show you the circuit. And I got a variable resistor here, and I also got a resistor there, 100 ohm. Let's just give it a little test. That's a tachometer hooked up to it. And yeah, step 1. Oh, also, there'll be a little LED up on my little Christmas tree, and that's running off of one of these legs of pickup wires. Cool little experiment I just did. Put a heavy load on that, and it did slow down the system majorly. So you can see the lens effect coming in, but that'll be an experiment we'll do, and I'll display that. So, but for right now, let's see how fast we get it up to. This RPM gauge. And yeah, she's on. Just gonna get her going. Let me see where we at. Turn the tachometer all the way down. It's all the way down. It's real smooth, quiet. I got the throttle all the way down at the slowest it can go. You can see the LEDs on. It's picking up. You can see the tachometer. It's climbing. Wow, it's getting quiet. Wow, you can't even hear it right now. Up to 1200, almost 1300 RPMs. .14 and climbing. Let's go ahead and put some resistance on. And we're going to see this light up. Keep it on the low light so I have more throttle still. You can see we're up to 16. Starting to come into her own. Very balanced. North Pole. This is reading south. I don't know if that's accurate. This is reading north. So South Pole is right here. North Pole is here on the shaft. So you have a horizontal. We're up to 2100 RPMs. There's a couple variables, not only with the resistance, you could separate, and I think this is what I'm going to do. You could separate in one coil, instead of rolling as a bifilar, you would have two different coils, one on each side. One's a trigger coil, because the thin wire is the trigger wire, and the thicker wire is the power wire. If I had that in my hand and I would move that in one direction, I could advance the timing on it and gain more RPMs. So we're going to write that down as an experiment to see if that is valid. And so far, let's go ahead and just scooch. We're going to make this inductor a little bit closer. So I'm going to scooch it up somehow. Just like that. And now we're seeing the RPMs go up. We are creating a stronger force there, because remember, coming out of this end of this coil is a north pole, the way I have it set up, and all these magnets on the outside are north, so it's given a good push. Right now I'm bringing it closer, plus you can see I can angle it, so I can bring it away and closer, and I can also go up with it and have the wheel turn the opposite direction. So right now we're at 2300. Let's see if we can increase it more by bringing it up just a little bit. Let's go up. Let's turn it all the way up. See how bright the light is? Here's your transistor. Batteries, charging batteries, got LED as a load, plus the battery charging. And now we're up to 2600 RPMs, and now she's starting to take off. You can hear it. Very smooth. This is going to be a great series of Walter Russell experiments. I just ordered 2 of his books, The Secret of Light, and the other one is, geez, I forget, but I ordered 2 of Walter Russell's books, so I should have a good insight. He has a great mind and a great vision. And I'm also going to get some of his charts and hang them up so we can go over parts of the charts and how we're referencing the chart, his periodic table. This just picked up more speed. I just heard it. We're up at 2,900, almost 2,900 RPMs. Well, we'll get some charts hanging so we can go over stuff. By having a horizontal plane and having a vertical plane and in rotation should give us a lot of good information that'll validate some of the stuff. that Walter Russell speaks about, as well as expanding this dipole. Now this south pole here, the south pole here, that means if I take an inductor like this tuning fork, for instance. Now, so that must not be aluminum on the end, because it just sucked this aluminum in. I don't feel it there. Yeah. Anyway, so a inductor will become the next expanded dipole. So if that's the south pole, the inductor will take the presence of the north pole. And then on that inductor, the backside of that inductor will take, for instance, this right here is laminated iron. So what's going on here is inductively from that south pole to here, the north pole just appeared here, and in here it's got flowing energy. And on this end is being the south pole to make a continuation. Let me see, we are fluctuating at let's see if we go up a little bit. So yeah, expansion of the dipole on a horizontal plane. And then our Russell only and Vortex, because if you think about what the energy itself right now is, your south is there, your negative is there, and this is coning out. And what I want to do is have that top part cone down to out here to be the next dipole. And once I have that next dipole, I'm afraid to even pull this thing off and hold it up here, but I'll just use this because I'm safe a little bit here. So then it becomes from the whole circumference of that circle down to one finite point all the way around. So it becomes right there, you just think about from this point where my pinky is to the outside all around, it becomes a cone. There's your Russell Vortexian cone. Double helix will be that on this side, okay? We would have it stretched out as well. And you would have the cone coming down here, and that would be the double helix. And we'll do different experiments, and I could just see this. This is just, this is fun actually. So we're up over 3,000 RPMs. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of it. And she's going up a little bit more. She's humming. So, like I said, we'll get all the empirical data written down for you guys. You guys want to run alongside of me and do the experiments and post your experiments. It'd be awesome to do. I'll make a parts list as well. We'll post that. And where to get these magnets. You can order most of this stuff online. All right, so guys, 16 minutes of joy. Leave your comments. Peace out.